Joel Osteen is one of the most famous pastors in America. He's based right here in Houston. But while you may have heard of him, you may not be familiar with another Osteen.
His older sister Lisa is also a preacher, and you might be surprised what she reveals in her new book.
She sat down with KHOU 11 News anchor Len Canon.
I say often, I don't live an airbrushed life, but I can tell you that God has brought me through everything I've been through, and I'm very happy today.
Lisa Osteen Comes has been through a lot.
I fear no evil.
She was raised in Lakewood Church.
I want to talk to you about some of the things.
The church her father John Osteen started.
I'm going to receive your peace into my mind.
And her brother Joel helped grow into the largest congregation in America. Yet, in a new book titled You Are Made for More, she reveals she has had her share of sickness, tragedy, and disappointment. Trouble started at birth. Lisa says her umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck, causing brain damage.
That meant that my muscles did not develop properly, and so my mother would have to force feed me because I hardly had any sucking reflexes.
Doctors thought she would never walk, but she says her parents prayed, and by the age of 1, she was well again. Then, on January 30th, 1990, an incident that nearly took her life. Lisa opened a package at the church that was addressed to her father.
I took the wrapping paper off, and then I opened the flap, and that's the last thing I remember, really, when I opened the flap.
It was a pipe bomb filled with nails, and it exploded in her lap.
It did hurt my leg and my abdomen, but, you know, the nails that were 10 inches long went into the desk, into the wall, and God really spared my life.
To this day, investigators don't know who sent the package. And for Lisa, more difficult days lay ahead. She got married at 22, but divorced at 23. She was devastated.
Did you ever doubt God in that moment, in those moments?
You know, I didn't doubt God. I did question. I wonder what happened, God. Did I make a mistake by marrying him? And I questioned myself, you know, I must have been a bad wife for this to happen. Of course, I eventually got over that and realized that it wasn't me.
She moved on and remarried Kevin Comas, a member of Lakewood. Then came 6 frustrating years of trying to have children. She finally decided to accept it with this prayer.
I said, God, if you never give me children, I want you to know I'm going to be happy. And I recognize I have a great husband. I have a great life. I'm never going to pray about this again because I put it in your hands.
Within weeks, she got a call from a woman who knew of a teenager about to have twins and wanted to put them up for adoption. 9
months after the doctors had said we can't help you anymore, we brought those babies home from the hospital. They were only 4 days old, and there are twin girls, Catherine and Caroline.
Those twins are now teenagers. And Lisa and her husband also adopted a little boy who is now 10. So, the preacher's kid, who became a preacher, wrote a book about all that has happened to her. She says it is proof that God answers prayer again and again and again. Len Canon, KHOU 11 News.